Starring Rachel Zegler as Snow White and Gal Gadot as the evil queen, the film takes a more feminist approach to the story, and reveals a new interpretation of the phrase, the fairest of them all. The trailer opens with Snow White saying, "This was my father's kingdom, a place of fairness." Snow White also tells the evil queen to be more kind to her people. The queen later says, "I want to be the fairest of them all." The trailer otherwise seems to be true to the classic story, with 7 dwarves and a witch that offers Snow White the poisoned apple. At Disney's 2022 D23 Expo, Rachel Zegler said, "We did a really deep dive into fixing and making a modern woman out of Snow White." She continued, "I think she's 13 in the original cartoon, so we started there and said, no, she's 18 in this one. She's a bit more independent. She's also living in grief. I mean, there was a lot of complex emotion that we decided to deep dive into. And understanding what it's like to be a teenager on top of all that." She also explained the new meaning of Snow White's name, saying, "It fell back to another version of Snow White that was told in history, where she survived a snowstorm that occurred when she was a baby. And so the king and queen decided to name her Snow White to remind her of her resilience. One of the core points in our film for any young woman or young person is remembering how strong you actually are." Rachel Zegler starring Snow White will bow in cinemas on March 21, 2025.